day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee from the road. All right, last night I posted a video about a bankers meeting, a bunch of bankers trying to save their bacon on the nickel contract that has gone south. Billions of dollars at stake. This is just the beginning. The problem isn't the war. The problem is these criminal, super highly leveraged derivative trades. That's how commodities are controlled. Commodities are the anti-money. They are standalone assets that people can hold in their own possession. And it's so important that you hold your asset in your own possession right now. Right now. It should be obvious to anybody who's been watching my show, but really, get your assets in your own possession. Silver is my number one pick. Cryptos are the future, number two. Gold, number three. Why gold? Why silver over gold? There's massively more ounces of gold in the world than there is silver. Hidden gold, you name it, underground, above ground. The bankers have been lying to you. Jeffrey Christian is a liar. CPM Group. Silver, on the other hand, we are running out. We are running out. I know they love to tell you there's lots of silver. Don't you worry about it, Bix. But if you're a manufacturer of solar panels, of electric cars, of computers, you know that you better get all your physical silver in your own possession. That's going to be the next run. And don't forget, if you're in these exchanges, the LME just changed the rules again, wiped out a hell of a lot of trades. Imagine you place a good bet on your commodity, it doubles overnight, and then all of a sudden the exchange says, no, our friends are losing money. We're going to have to reverse those trades. That's exactly what happened. And they're still in deep shit. So what was the result of the overnight meeting was they decided on Monday, we're going to coercively and collude to rig the price of silver down. They do it every day. We know they have to get the price of silver down by the end of the quarter. Bank of America's in deep shit. The reality of the collusion is so obvious. It's in the COMEX data. Over the past week, the big shorts, the bankster cabal, went massively short. They short into the rise. It's the same old thing. So, hey, that's where we are. They're massively short, and they either are going to lose, and if they lose, they'll just shut down the exchange so that they don't lose any money, or something else is going to happen. Now, normally, they'll just slam the price down. I mean, I would not be surprised by the end of the quarter, which is 2 weeks away. By the end of the quarter, if they slammed silver down to like 22, 23 to cook the books, because they have to report at the end of the quarter to the OCC, the Office of Comptroller of Currencies, and that's how they got in trouble last time, so we'll see what happens. Again, they can set the price to minus $40 with a click of a mouse. Did anybody notice that Russian oil was set to minus $20? Russian oil the price was set to minus $20. It wasn't on the COMEX, it was a different exchange, but minus $20. That's how criminal these guys can be. There is nothing they can't do inside their game, and their game is these criminal exchanges. This could all be fixed. Veritasium, implement Veritasium. You don't have JP Morgan in there anymore as the middleman. SLV, the Silver ETF currently has a short position over 30 million ounces. I mean, shares. 1 share equals 1 ounce. That's insane. For every share of SLV bought, they're supposed to put an ounce of silver in the trust. Instead, they are naked shorting it. So someone buys SLV thinking they're buying an ounce of silver put into the trust, and they aren't. They're buying another naked short by the criminals such as Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citibank, Bank of America. So right now, the silver trust is owed over 30 million ounces. And not only that, in the last 3 weeks, the amount of silver in the trust went from almost 600 million ounces down to 580 something million ounces. So 10 million ounces were brought out of the trust, even though 30 million ounces shares were bought and shorted. It's insane. This is a game. It's a con. So we just keep trudging. We trudge along. We expose the criminality, and we move on. again, get your assets in your own possession. If you don't have a local coin dealer, call up my guy, Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin. Send him an email, Andy, A-N-D-Y, at milesfranklin.com, milesfranklin.com. He'll set you up. Make sure you say, hey, can you send me what you got in inventory? I stick with 1 ounce rounds these days. 1 ounce rounds. Premiums are too high on other things. 1 ounce rounds. I wouldn't go 100 ounce bars. And the only reason I wouldn't go 100 ounce bars is because if silver goes to, let's say, $10,000 an ounce, you got a problem cashing in your bar, right? 10,000 times 100 is $1 million. You're going to have to find a place that will pay you $1 million for your bar. It's not impossible, but it's a pain in the ass. Stick to the 1 ounce rounds, and you don't have to worry about counterfeits. 1 ounce rounds, probably not counterfeit. As long as you do the ping test, or you can usually tell. You can usually tell on a 1 ounce round if it's true silver or not. But make sure Andy's not going to sell you any shit. So say, hey, what do you got in inventory? I want to buy it. And then get it shipped as soon as possible. All right, new Theta news, by the way. Theta validator nodes staking requirements is lowered to 200,000 Theta in the upcoming Theta version 3.0. That's today at noon. There's a new version of Theta. And they're basically the only big changes there. Changing the amount required from 2 million Theta tokens to stake to 200,000. Now, there is no difference between the amount of Theta fuel earned versus a validator versus a guardian node. So unless you're really tech savvy and you love, being up 100% of the time, I wouldn't do it. But it's good for a lot of people who are tech savvy and do enjoy having that power of approving transactions. So that's great. It's going to mean more validators. More validators is good. You don't want too many or it will slow down the network. They said up to like 100 would be good, 100 validators. And right now there's like 15 or 16 or something like that. And it's just the big boys because you needed 200 or 2 million Theta. So Theta just keeps moving. And it is now my number one pick by far of all the cryptocurrencies. And I've studied a lot of them. Another one that I love but has issues is Veritasium. The only issues it has is the SEC and the banking cabal don't like it and don't like Reggie. And if you notice, CoinMarketCap doesn't like Reggie. CoinMarketCap has a red warning at the top of the Veritasium token. The Securities and Exchange Commission has filed charges against Reggie Middleton, Veritasium, and Veritasium LLC. It is the only crypto that has this warning. CoinMarketCap, I believe they're racist. I absolutely do. I mean, why? Why would they put this? Let's take a look at XRP, which has had the exact same thing done to it. Where's the red warning on the top of XRP? Where's the red warning on top of all the other cryptos that have been nailed by the SEC? None of them have them except Veritasium. Why are they doing this? They want you to stay away. You need to stay away from Veritasium. It's too dangerous. It's bullshit. It's 100% bullshit. Get yourself in Veritasium. It's hard to buy. I understand that. Mercatox has it. A couple swap sites have it. And if you do go buy Veritasium, you're going to jack the price up and it's going to fall back down. Veritasium is a problem for the bankers. It's a problem for a lot of the cryptos too. Because a lot of people are infringing upon Reggie's patent, especially in the DeFi space. I mean, XRP is the obvious one that infringes on the patent. I think XRP and Reggie are going to come to some kind of deal at some point, but we'll find out, right? Cryptos are our future. Silver is the past, but also the future. Silver was money, was demonetized in 1965 because the bankers wanted you not to think it was money, and it's still money, but it's also the future of electronics, of our sci-fi future. There's all kinds of in Cliff's data, it has the 2 kinds of isotopes within the silver molecule that can do different things. I believe one of them to be a free energy, part of the free energy movement. We can make free energy today. Did you know that? Did you know that? Magnetic energy. I mean, the repelling force is just set them in a circle and just spin them around, right? There's so many ways we could have made free energy, but That does not power the banking cabal. That does not power the monetary system. So every time that someone created something that could create free energy, or at least really cheap energy, they lock it away. Make a patent and someone steals the patent, or the government locks it down. Welcome to America. The Russian issue. U.S. and Chinese officials meet as Putin pushes on. China, I've said it for a long time, China is going to be the next one to make their move on Taiwan. This is part of the war. The war is, first Trump was the bad guy, then Putin was the bad guy, now she's going to be the bad guy, the leader of G, or whatever his name is, the leader of China is going to be the bad guy. And that was the deal. I believe in my gut, that was the deal. That's how they said they were going to destroy the banking cabal. So if you have China and the U.S. stupidity putting sanctions against China and Russia at the same time, good night. China makes all our goods. So this is going to be the collapse. When China invades Taiwan, it will be the collapse of the U.S. dollar and the unbacked fiat monetary system. That's a good thing. We need it to collapse to move forward. The United States is the largest debtor nation in the world. The largest debtor wins if a currency collapses. So we want to win the war, just collapse the currency. Of course, J.P. Morgan will be very sad about that. Oh darn. Those guys they belong in jail. I want to know what happened at this meeting. I want to see the notes of the meeting I talked about last night, where all the bankers got together to fix the problem of the nickel failure. Billions of dollars worth of collateral needed, and they want that nickel. They're looking for the physical thing, so they're trying to finance the back end. It is insane what's going on. It is insane. So yes, U.S. is meeting with Biden officials in China, with China, and it is not going to go well. China is definitely taking the side of Russia. India is going to take the side of China. So we got, what is that? Over half the population is going to be aligned with the Chinese and the Russians. In the U.S., I've been saying a long time, we need to take all our forces out of every country, bring them all home, put them on our borders if we need to. We probably won't need to. A lot of people will be fleeing the United States or Mexico if silver was freely traded. That's why Trump said Mexico's going to build the wall. Of course they'll build the wall. They have massive amounts of silver in the ground, and it is so important. It could save the Mexican economy. Imagine what $10,000 silver would do to the lifestyle and the abundance of Mexico and the Mexican citizen. Yes, they will want to build a wall. They won't want U.S. companies or U.S. people going into Mexico to mine silver. They want it for themselves. China says, quote, no one and no force could stop it from taking Taiwan as 13 jets breach Taiwan airspace. It's like I wrote this script, right? With a close eye on Ukraine developments, China issued another warning clearly aimed at Washington as well as major regional partners like Australia over the weekend, which said any nation supporting Taiwan military will suffer the worst consequences. China's Ministry of National Defense further stated no one and no force could ever stop the Chinese military from bringing Taiwan under Beijing's control if it desires. As if on cue, China is going to take over Taiwan. They should just surrender, truthfully. There's nothing they can do. China's going to do it. It's like, it would be like, if the U.S. did anything, it would be like Russia or China saying, hey, don't mess with Cuba. We're going to invade Cuba. And we've already been through that. Taiwan should be part of China. It's right next to China. It's right off the shores of China. The only reason it's not is the military enforced Western monetary system. And we are not going to back up Taiwan. No way. Hell no. We need to back up our own country. I heard we gave, what was it, 60 billion for the Ukraine war relief efforts and military assistance. Are you kidding me? You know how many people in the United States of America are hurting? Especially paying, $6 a gallon for gas? This is insane. Anyway, yes, we have Jenny did a reading on this, by the way, Putin and what was going on with Putin. And I have posted that on the private road at roadtour.com. We have our next roadshow is on Wednesday night. Wednesday night at Mike's Barbecue in San Diego. Actually, it's in Escondido. Escondido from 5 to 9. Mike's Barbecue, 1356 West Valley Parkway. I believe Andy Scheckman will be there. Actually, I might have just gotten a text from him. Nope. I believe Andy Scheckman's going to be there, but I haven't heard back. Not sure. I will make that announcement. And then we go to Phoenix after that, and then Albuquerque. So come check us out. Go to roadtoroota.com. Get your tickets today at the roadshow, or join the private road, and we will send you a paper wallet filled with 50 T-Fuel. And these will be worth a lot. When everybody on the planet gets Samsung to download the Theta Edge node to their, or Guardian node to their computer, look out. Look out. Yeah, it's exciting times for a lot of things on the road to root. Everything seems to be coming true. Just hang on tight. Silver needs a little more time. Remember, when silver runs past $50, that's the end of the game. It's over. Everything's over. So everybody's trying to get positioned in the proper place, and the banksters will be done. So keep your eye on silver. Definitely don't want to be out of the game right now, and definitely don't want to be in the COMEX or SLV. Get your assets in your own possession, because we've seen what they can do. When you put your toys into their game, they take your toys. If you put your money into SLV or even mining shares, they're going to take it. They are going to take it. Get your assets in your own possession. Now is the time. It's Bix Weir, roadtoroota.com.